Hi everybody, I'm Diana from Bright Path Wellness. Today I'm going to show you how you can make a gluten-free loaf, breakfast loaf. It has natural grains, very nutrient dense, and it's something that you can have in place of your bread in the morning and know that you're getting something that's more nutritious as opposed to some of the things in the store that have mostly white rice and tapioca and that kind of thing. So what we're going to use today, we're going to use a little bit of organic whole grain. These are thick oats. These are actually from Royal Lee Organics. Dr. Royal Lee was the gentleman who created Standard Process, their wonderful nutrient line. They now have another company where you can get heirloom type of grains. And we're going to use some organic flaxseed that we just ground. We always want to do those freshly ground because they do tend to oxidize very rapidly, and you want to make sure that they're fresh and wholesome. We have chia seed. Actually, this is Nutiva. I got these from Costco, so that's another option for you. We have fresh spring water, and we also have, I got this from Costco. This is a type of lemon juice. If you have fresh lemon juice, that's really great as well, but you're gonna need an acid medium because anytime we make something that has grain, we wanna soak it a little bit so that the phytic acid and some of the anti-nutrients will be no longer there. Okay, so let's get started. All we do is place oats in a bowl. That's about 1 cup. We've got roughly 1 cup of ground flaxseed. I always use flaxseed because it's a beautiful binder. Chia seed. And I like to mix it up just a little bit. I add about a tablespoon or so. As you can tell, I'm not huge with measuring because that's the type of cook that I am. And maybe you're like that too, maybe you're not. Either way, it's totally fine. Then I just take fresh water, it's been filtered, and I pour it over these grains and seeds, just about like that. And I'm gonna leave them. I'm gonna leave them for anywhere from 3 to 12 hours. I often will do this in the middle of my, for example, my workday before I leave. I will do this, I'll come back, and we're gonna do step 2 upon return. And step 2 is we're gonna be adding some fun things like pumpkin seeds, some raisins perhaps, some cinnamon. I don't add any sweetener, but cinnamon has a natural sweetness to it. Mix that all together and we're gonna place that in the oven. Okay, see you in a little bit. Hi everybody, we're back. Okay, so it's been a handful of hours, and as you can see, this mixture has totally absorbed all the water. Now, what I'll do from here, it's just like almost like a kind of a thick paste. I'm gonna add some raisins. You don't need to do that, but it's just kind of nice sometimes to have raisins. Those of us who are gluten-free, dairy-free, and egg-free, we're used to not having such a variety out there, so it's kind of fun to mix in something that's fun. These are properly prepared pumpkin seeds. So I just put a handful of those in as well. And I actually use cinnamon quite liberally. And it's gonna seem like a lot, but it mixes in quite well. So as you can see, I'm really putting a lot in. Now, I'm gonna mix this all together, and I'm going to press this into a loaf pan. This has already been greased with ghee. I use quite a lot of ghee, and I'm gonna place it in an oven, 300 degrees, for a good hour and a half. I will use a little toothpick to see if that comes out dry. If it doesn't, then you keep it in longer. But the key here is you want low temperature, but to have it thoroughly cooked so that it's not gooey or wet inside. So it's not gonna be the consistency, say, of oatmeal. And what's nice about this, as you just saw how I mixed this all together, there's only 1 cup of oatmeal. The rest is seeds. So we've got chia seed, pumpkin seed, and flax seed, and then some raisins. So there's only about 1/4 of it that is actually a grain. So I will show you when we're all done what it looks like. Thanks. Hi guys, we're back. Okay, here's the finished product. This is our nice little loaf here. It's still a little bit hot. So 300 degrees, an hour and a half. And soon, it's a little bit hot, so I'm going to invert that. And this will last me 10 to 14 days. If you're sharing it with family members, of course, it's not gonna last you as long. But I have to say, when I was in California, I went to a holistic bakery that was gluten-free and egg-free. And I purchased something that was similar, and I just kind of figured out how to make this on my own. But I paid about $25, $30 for the loaf, and I brought it back to Arizona, and I said, oh, I think I can make my own version of this. Even with organic ingredients, it cost me about $5. So you can see when you make your own things, it's extremely cost effective, very healthy. You know every single thing that goes into it. And I highly suggest that you try this and kind of come up with your own ideas. All right, wishing you light on your right path.